This conference will now be recorded.
A very good evening for everyone present for today's session. So, in this class, we would discuss about the purchase vouchers, which we had started off in the previous session on that, right? So, let's carry on with the discussion of the purchase vouchers with GST. Okay, right. So, we had discussed about the first voucher purchased 100 liters of petrol from HP petrol bunk at rupees 100 by cash. Okay, so now if we go for the next one, that is purchased 100 units of Dell computers at 10,000 per unit from Shriram Traders, Karnataka at 18% GST. Okay, so how would we pass this entry? How would we go about it? Okay, so let's go for the same. Now here, before passing the entry, we have to make sure a few things. Company has purchased 100 units of Dell at 10,000 per unit from Shriram Traders. So Shriram Traders is the supplier. And where is Shriram Traders situated? He is put up in Karnataka itself. So it is an intra-state inward supply. My company is situated in Karnataka. Shriram Traders too is situated within Karnataka. So it is an intra-state inward supply. And the GST chargeable is 18%, the tax rate. Okay. So let's go for the same. Let's log into the tally with our company details. Yes, and over here, first of all, we have to go to the vouchers. Over here, select, click on F9, purchase voucher. So we are in the purchase voucher. Now over here, supply invoice number can be given as 002. date, I think I've explained in the previous session that the date which is appearing next to the supplier invoice number is the date of purchase, and the date what is appearing on the right hand side of your screen is the voucher entry date. Okay. So next we have is this party account name, right? So party account name, of course, we have here is Shriram Traders. So Shriram Traders have to be created. So let's go and create Shriram Traders as the party ledger. Create Shriram Traders. Sundry creditors. Yeah, this has to be very much sure. Maintain balances bill by bill. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you please
Ah,
repeat?
we are creating the ledgers for Shriram Traders. So what you can do is you can have you clicked on F9 purchase voucher. Yes. Are you here in the purchase voucher? Now you have to give the supplier invoice number as 002. Date would be instant 1st of April. And now you have to come to the party account name. Now, since the Dell computers are being purchased from Shriram Traders, okay, so Shriram Traders is a supplier. I would again show the entry again that we have purchased 100 units of Dell from Shriram Traders, Karnataka. So we have to create a ledger in the name of Shriram Traders. So select the create option here. Under sundry creditors, maintain balances bill by bill as yes. So keep on pressing enter. Purchase account. And over here, before selecting the purchase account, what all of you have to do is press F12 configuration, press F12 configuration, and over here, come up to the GST details on the right hand side. I hope all of you have got this. On the right hand side of your configuration screen, you have GST details. So what you have to do is you have an option here, modify tax rate details of GST. That's the first option you see. So that has to be activated as yes. Okay, so what you have to do is, again, I will be repeating it. If you're on the purchase voucher, before selecting the purchase ledger as purchase, F12 configuration, press F12 configuration and reach up to the GST details. Okay, and over here you have modify tax rate details of GST. So this has to be yes. Enter. Enter. Yes. Now what do you do is you have to select the purchase ledger from the list of ledgers which we had created yesterday. Yes. All of you are able to get the tax classification details. I hope everybody have got this. If you haven't got, let me know. Probably I would repeat it again. Okay. Right.
Ma'am, can
Now,
you repeat it again, ma'am?
you have not got the tax classification details?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Have you are you in the purchase voucher screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, we
Press
have to
F12
create a
configuration.
purchase, right? Like since we have don't have a purchase ledger here.
Yeah, we had already created in the first voucher of yesterday's session. Or if you haven't created, let me show you. Uh, yeah, this is how you have to create. You can create it on spot, not an issue. Name purchase under purchase account, GST applicable, set or alter GST, let it be no, and type of supply, it is goods. Rest of all, you need not enter the same. Okay. So once you create this ledger, you can select the same in the list of ledgers. So you have, so if you have created the purchase ledger, so what you have to do is you have to press F12 configuration, press F12 configuration, and from there, on the right hand side of your configuration screen, you have GST details, modified tax rate details of GST. Under GST details, it is yes.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Huh.
I'm sorry
Yes,
for
please.
disturbing in between, but this is the first entry of today because I joined in late. I had another competition, so I joined in late. So if you could tell me if this is the first entry of today.
No, no, actually, we had made an earlier entry for a petrol-based purchase. The second
Yeah,
entry,
that's this is yeah. So this is the second
yes,
first entry for today and second entry for the
yeah, yeah,
purchase
yeah,
thing.
yes.
Okay,
This is
ma'am.
the
Thank
first
you.
entry.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay,
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
okay. So what you can do is in the right hand side of your configuration screen, okay, you have modify tax rate details of GST. Please activate it as yes. After you make it as yes, press Ctrl A and come back to the purchase ledger. So now you have purchase over there, right? In the list of ledgers, select that and press enter. Now are you able to get the tax classification details? I hope everyone have got this. So moment you get this tax classification detail screen, what you have to do is press space bar. Once you press the space bar, you get the list of GST classifications, which plays a crucial role when you are purchasing or selling any commodity which is subject to GST. Okay, so here we have nature of transactions in that we have to select the right GST classification. Okay, so I would select it, but I want to make sure that you have a clarity of this. Okay, now when we talk about intrastate inward supply, what is the GST classification we choose is purchase taxable. Please make or please do remember this. Please make a note of it or take a snapshot of it. But it's very important. If we are going for an intrastate inward, which means what within the state, when there is a purchase activity taking place, in the GST classification, we choose purchase taxable. If we are going for interstate, which means there is a purchase from the other state, interstate inward supply, okay, in that case, interstate inward supply, we choose interstate purchase taxable. Is that clear? So we choose interstate purchase taxable. which we, when we go for interstate inward supply. Okay, so these two classifications are to be chosen when we are going to mark the GST, I mean purchase based entries for intrastate and interstate inward supply. Okay, so the same we are going to base in tally. Now in the tax classification details, since we are right now currently dealing with the intrastate inward supply, we have to choose purchase taxable. So purchase taxable appear right at the end. Can you observe here? Yes. So here you have purchase taxable in the natures of transaction. Okay. So here we have purchase taxable. So press enter on purchase taxable. Yes. Now we come back to the main screen, purchase voucher screen. Now, what is the product or commodity the company is purchasing? It is Dell computers. So what you have to do is you have to press the space bar, select Dell computers. Once you select Dell computers, you have the item allocation window for Dell computers. Okay. And over here you have to select the go down because 100 units of Dell computers are being purchased, which we can make out in the screen, right? 100 units of Dell computers are being purchased at 10,000 per unit. So all the 100 units can be put up in the display place or the showroom. Of course, only few pieces and the rest will be kept in the go down. Yes. So when there's a purchase of stock, all the new pieces will be kept in the go down. So you have to select the go down. That's the place of storage for Dell. So space bar and choose the go down which you have created. You can choose any one. So I'll choose here go down 2. Now what is the quantity of Dell computers I will be purchasing? It is 100 Dell computers at 10,000 per number. Okay, so here we get as 10 lakhs. So 10 lakhs. Press enter. Enter. Yes. So now we have 10 lakhs here. Press enter. Now here you have to be very careful. Now you have to press 2 enters here. 1 enter. If you can see a total line exists, right? So you have to cross that total line. So press one more enter. The total line should vanish. And now you have to select the GST based ledgers, okay, which we have to create it. Okay. So what we have to do is space bar, select, press the space bar and go to the create option. Here we have to create the CGST ledger. So I'll repeat it again. Now all of you are in the computers, right? I'll repeat it if you, in case you haven't got it. Shriram Traders, purchase ledger. So here purchase taxable, Dell computers, okay? And here the go down 100 units at 10,000 per unit. Now you have to press 2 enters. 1, 2. And the total line vanishes. Now space bar, select the create option and over here you have to create the two ledgers. First one is CGST, okay? CGST, that's nothing but Central Goods and Services Tax. Enter, enter, come to the group In the list of groups, under what group can we categorize CGST? It is duties and taxes. So you have to select duties and taxes group. Okay. Now, type of duty, what do you select? It is GST. Tax type, of course, is central tax, because it is central goods and services tax. So you have to just put up the respective groups, that is duties and taxes. Type of duty GST, tax type is central. Rest of all, you're not going to make any other change. Okay. Even rounding method you can choose as not applicable. Okay. Press enter. Accept. Yes. Yes. So here we have got the tax details applicable here. We have CGST of 90,000. Now we have to also levy the SGST, right? Because it is an intrastate. So we have the CGST and the SGST applicable. Okay. So press enter. Once you press enter in the second line after CGST, press the space bar. Once you press the space bar, you go to the create option, and here you have SGST. Type SGST under duties and taxes, GST, and here you have state tax. State tax. Accept, yes. So I hope all of you have got CGST and SGST of 90,000 each. If you haven't, okay. So what is the total amount of tax here? It is 1,80,000. CGST plus SGST put together, there is a total tax amount of 1,80,000. Okay. So once you put up the tax, press enter. Enter. Yes, so I would talk about the EV bills at a later date. As of now, you can just give it as no, because EV bill is a concept to be discussed along with the limits and the application. So as of now, you can give it as no. Being Dell computers purchased So being Dell computers purchased from Shriram Traders. Yes. Now here we have the bill-wise details for Shriram Traders. So let's assume that the stock items have been purchased on credit. So we select a new reference here. Name Shriram Traders.
Ma'am, we are not getting this bill was detail. How do we get that?
Are you in the purchase voucher screen, pa?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. From here, press F12 configuration.
Yes.
Once you press F12 configuration, here you have use default bill-wise details for bill allocation. That will be yes in your screen. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Make it as,
Okay. Thank
and make
you.
it as control A. Okay.
Yeah.
Then when you come to the column 11 lakh 80, you get. Did you get it? Bill-wise details.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So type of reference here you choose new reference. Why? Because my company is purchasing Dell computers on credit. So new reference. Shriram Traders. Give the name as Shriram Traders. Due date. Now due date. Now since I'm purchasing from Shriram Traders, I would be allowed a credit period. On sale, I would give a credit period, but in case of purchase, the suppliers would give me or allow me a credit period. So let's assume that Shriram Traders would give me a credit period of 30 days, 1 month. 30 days. So I'll just type 30. I need not type days, DAYS. If you just type 30, can you see at the bottom? The due date of payment will arrive. So here it is showing as 1st of May 21. Okay, so here we have 30 days and amount we have is 11 lakh 80. So press enter. Enter. Now you'll come to the narration screen. So being Dell computers purchased on credit with GST at 18%. Subject GST at 18%. And this is the way we type the narration for this entry. I hope it's clear for all of you. I hope you've got this entry and the tax amount in the proper way. So once you type the narration, press enter, accept yes. Right. So we go for the next entry. Third entry, we have purchased 100 numbers of ledger books at rupees 45, 10 packets of agile pens at rupees 100, from Swati Enterprises with 3% discount. Okay, so company has purchased 100 ledger books at rupees 45, 10 packets of Agile pens at rupees 100 per packet from Swati Enterprises with 3% discount. So when the company is purchasing at bulk, that is 100 books and 10 packets of Agile pens, Swati Enterprises, the stationery supplier for my company, will allow a 3% discount for me. So I receive a 3% discount. So how do we treat this in Tally in the purchase voucher? To treat that, first of all, we have to activate the discount feature in the purchase voucher. To activate the same, we have to go to the company features from company tab, that is Alt K, select F11, and under inventory based features, we have a feature as use discount column in invoices, and this feature has to be activated. Okay, so let's go for the same and activate the discount feature first and then pass the voucher. Right. So first of all, we will press Alt K, or you can see the company tab here, right, in the horizontal button bar. Select that. And at the bottom, if you see here, okay, you have features F11. So select that. Now you can see with less features. So what do you do? Show more features. Select that and select as yes. Yes. Now over here, under inventory based features, you have a column as use discount column in invoices. Yes, this is the one. Use discount column in invoices, and that is yes. Use discount column in invoices, and that is yes. Control A after that.
Ma'am, can you show it again, ma'am?
Alt K, company tab in the horizontal button bar. Okay. In that you have F11 features.
Yes, ma'am.
Select that. Now you go to show more features. Let it be yes. At the top you have show more features. Make it as yes. Once you make it as yes, under inventory section, you have used discount column in invoices, which you can observe. Yes, this one. So please activate it as yes. Okay. Once you activate it, press Ctrl A to save the changes. I hope you've got it. Yes. So now all of you have got the discount feature. I hope so. We have now name of the item, we have quantity, we have rate, and we have the discount column. Now we can pass the voucher. Okay. So invoice number, you can take it as 003. Why I've taken as 123 is it is the best way for putting up the numbers, but actual in the reality wise, we have to put up the bill number over there, the tax invoice number. But as of now, for the class sake, for the course sake, we can just put up uh, as the voucher number only as the invoice number. So I'll give as 003. Date, of course, is 1st of April. Party, now from whom the stationaries are being purchased? From Swati Enterprises. Okay. So we have to create Swati Enterprises ledger. So we have list of ledgers. We have create option. Okay. And type Swati Enterprises. Under sundry creditors, maintain balances bill by bill as yes. Press enter. Accept. Control A. Control A. Purchase ledger, select the purchase account. Now you get the tax classification details. So press the space bar, and here you have the purchase taxable. As I told, for the intrastate inward supply, we have to choose purchase taxable. Select purchase taxable, press enter.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Now,
Excuse me, ma'am.
huh,
Ma'am, what do I do after that receipt note?
what do you do after the
The receipt note after typing Swati Enterprises, the receipt
controlling one?
details
Controlling.
controlling. I should not click. Nothing has to be typed out.
No, as of now, you're not typing anything because for one voucher, I would show you the complete detail where we'll generate the invoice. Okay. So as of now, you
Okay,
can
and
just
what about the
pass the entries.
participants
Nothing, nothing.
controlling?
Yeah, as of now, you just press control because for one
Okay, ma'am.
sample
Thank you.
purchase voucher, we will run everything. As of now, we just learn how to pass these purchase vouchers.
And for purchase ledger, I need to create one.
Purchase account.
Okay.
Purchase ledger will come under the group of purchase where you need not activate anything. Make sure the GST applicable, yes, and type of supply, let it be goods. Except this, if there's no other activation or features required.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Now here the name of the item. Now two commodities are being purchased. One we have is this ledger books. Second we have is this the agile pen packets, right? So what you have to do is, please do mute yourself. I think you have left it unmute. Yes, please do mute. Kashish, yeah, thank you so much. It is the new Kushbu. I think you've got your replies. It's the new reference which I've selected for the previous one, ma.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Ma'am, for the tax classification details, even that has to be left out or anything has to be
No,
typed?
no, no, no. You have to put a purchase taxable, the last one. This one, right?
Okay,
It is
ma'am. Okay,
purchase
ma'am. Thank you.
taxable. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. So now, name of the item. Now, two items are being purchased, right? Two stationery items. Which are they? One is Agile pen. Second, we have is this ledger books. So we select Agile pens here. Agile pens and go down. I select go down 3. So what is the quantity of Agile pens being purchased? From Swati Enterprises, it is 10 packets of Agile pens at rupees 100 per packet. So there are 10 packets of Agile pens. So just type it as 10 and 100 per packet. So please don't go in a very rapid way. So quantity I've typed as 10 packets and rate I've given as 100 per packet. Now, without receiving discount, it is 1000 rupees. So what do I do is I will type discount as 3%. So I'll just type 3 because Swati Enterprises is allowing a 3% discount. So I'll type as 3 here, only 3. Once I type 3, I press enter. Now can you see from 1000 there is a deduction of discount and the resultant amount is 970 net discount. Okay. Yes. So post discount it is 970. I hope all of you have got it. So in the discount percentage column you just type it as 3. Okay. And it is amount is 970. So press enter. Enter. Yes. Now, there is one more product that is purchased, that is notebooks, right? So space bar, press enter. Once you press enter, you step down and here space bar, and here you have ledger books. Select ledger books here, press enter. Now select the same go down or a different go down. Now I will select the same go down here and given as go down 3 for actual pens. So select go down 3 itself. You can choose whichever go down you have created. Here 100 books at 45 per book. 4,500. So 100 books were purchased at 45 per book. Now there is a 3% discount. So I'll come to the discount column and here I would give as 3, press enter. So we get net discount as 4,365. So press enter, enter, enter. Yeah. Now here there are two commodities being purchased. So we can see the discount feature being applied here. Now agile pens and ledger books purchase we have recorded with the respective quantity that is being purchased, a rate per unit, and the total amount is being depicted here. Now we have not purchased any other stock item. So what we have to do is we have to press, please carefully listen, we have to press two enters here. One, now the total line is existing. So you have to press one more enter. Yes, the total line should move up or should not be there. So now press the space bar and now you have to select the CGST and the SGST tax ledger. So first you have to select CGST. So here you get the tax amount. Press enter, space bar, and you have SGST. SGST. Press enter, enter, enter. Now here you can take up, now here 5,975.20 paise, this much has to be paid to Swati Enterprises on account of purchase of stationery. In this case, we'll make a small assumption that the payment has been made immediately to Swati Enterprises towards the purchase of stationery, which means the stationery items have not been purchased on credit. So, which type of reference would I choose when there is a payment made instantly?
On account.
Is it very good? It
On
is
account.
on account. Yes, good. It is on account. Type of reference would be on account. So once you select type of reference as on account, it will directly go to the amount column. So press enter, enter. Yes, you would come back to the narration screen. And over here, you will give the narration as being stationery purchased and payment made immediately, or being payment made towards the stationery being purchased.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Hmm? Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, after typing the narration, I have a warning like the tax amount does not match the value calculated. So
Tax
what
amount does not
is
match with?
the match the value calculated?
Tax amount does not match with the value calculated.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you made sure that whatever you have chosen the fields, is it right? Let me tell you. Let me pass this entry first. Okay, I'll cross verify it. I'll show you from the beginning. You can just cross check if you've done somewhere anywhere wrong. Now, first of all,
Okay.
uh, yeah, make sure that Shriram enter that sorry, what was that? Swati Enterprises. Okay, the state is Karnataka itself.
Okay, let me check, ma'am.
Okay.
So should I
Make sure
go
you
to the like I need to exit the screen or
no
should
need
I
to exit the
directly go?
screen. You can go to the Alt G and Alter Master there. Alt G Alter
Okay.
Master. You have Ledger, and you go to Swati Enterprises. That's it. And you have check the state if it is Karnataka over there.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it?
Just a minute, ma'am.
It's Karnataka.
Yes, ma'am.
So press the Escape key. Come back to the current purchase voucher where you are in. Okay, let me come back here in my case.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I'll come to that same Swati Enterprises. Yes. Now here, uh, in the tax classification details, have you chosen purchase taxable only, because a wrong classification can cost you the entire entry. So make sure. I think there's a lot of voice disturbance at your place. Better you sit in a. Better you make sure the place is a bit silent when you're going for the online classes. Please take the
Sorry,
necessary
ma'am. Sorry.
steps. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right,
It
just
is
discuss.
purchase tax.
Just purchase taxable. So press enter. Now you have created for all like 10 packets for 100 per packet with 3%. Have you got 970 and 4365 as the
Yes, ma'am.
cross entry? So now put up the CGST now. Refresh and put. In the sense, just press a space bar. You remove CGST. Put up again. Select CGST again, and again space bar. Then again select back SGST. So now you're able to get this tax rate 320 for 10 paise.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So now press
Yes.
enter. Enter. You get 5,975.20 paise. Press enter. Now in the type of reference you can choose on account, and then press enter. Enter. Now you'll come back to the narration. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Once you type the narration, now press accept. Has it arrived?
Just a minute, ma'am. Ma'am, still this warning pops up on my screen.
Hmm. As what?
No, after doing all the as this tax amount does not match the value calculated as per the set tax rate.
Okay, okay. Then I think probably the stock item we have to go for it. So what you can do is you can keep this entry at the last. I'll come back because stock item I think we have to change. Probably there you would have given a wrong tax rate. I think so, because in the ledger wise, if when we cross check, there is no mistake. What can be done is you can check it instantly also. Go to the alt G, okay, and go to the alter master, and here you have the stock item. Select stock item, select add gel pens, okay, and once you select the add gel pens, go to the GST field, GST applicable, set or alter GST is yes. Now here make sure this is the classification given. You can take a snap of this and you
Yes,
can
ma'am.
cross
It
check
is
it.
12%.
Is non-GST, it should be no, and calculation type, it has to be on value and taxable.
Yes, ma'am. I have the same.
Okay, so now goods, accept, yes. Now go for the ledger books and again cross check the same. Yes, and here you have on value again 12%, 6%, 6% GST.
Yes, ma'am. It's the same.
So control A, and now escape, escape. Now try passing the entry. Still, if it doesn't arise, probably we'll check in any other configuration. There's nothing to worry. Certain times it happens. Okay, if it doesn't arrive, it's fine. You can press the escape key. You can pass another voucher, and we'll come back to this later. Just check once. Okay, if you're able to accept the voucher. I will go for the next one. So we have gone for the three vouchers here. Okay, that is intrastate inward supply. So now you can take a break of with the state inward supply. So until then, Kashish, you can just check back your entries, whatever you have done. Okay, so you'll just take a break of 5 minutes and then we'll resume the session.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Kashish?
Ma'am, after that warning appeared, I was able to pass the entry, but like it still
Ah,
said that the warning is there. So, is it an issue or is it fine?
no, no, as of now, let it be there. Once we carry out the complete entry, you will know if any issue is there. You can itself rectify it. Okay? There's nothing to worry
Okay,
about.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so let's resume back the session. Right, so now we would discuss about the interstate inward supplies. Yes, so we have interstate inward supplies under GST. Now, as I've told in the previous session, that interstate supplies is nothing but when there is a purchase or sale taking place between two or more states. That's interstate inward supply. In interstate inward supply for the purchase, interstate outward supplies for the interstate sales. So here we are discussing about the interstate inward supply. As per the GST Act, interstate supply is when the location of the supplier and place of supply are in two different states. In simple words, interstate supply means supplying goods or services from one state border to another. In cases of export or import of goods or services, or when the supply of goods or services is made to or by a special economic zone unit, the transaction is assumed to be interstate. In interstate transaction, a seller has to collect IGST from the buyer. So this has to be of a great clarity that CGST and SGST is not applicable for an interstate purchase, while IGST would be applicable. In the case of interstate supplies, the taxpayer is liable to pay IGST that is collected by the central government. Okay, this is how the interstate takes place. So, which means when the location of the supplier and the place of supply are in two different states, right? So, of course, we illustrate with the respective examples. So, the first one we go for here is, yeah, I think with this we have a better example explanation, which I'll be doing it. The first one we have is purchased 5 Logitech printers at 15,000 per number from Pillai Traders with GST at 18%. Now, company has purchased 5 Logitech printers from Pillai Traders. Now, where is Pillai Traders based in? Pillai Traders is based in Chennai. It is located in Chennai. So if we go as a chart wise or as a tax wise explanation, now our company is situated in Bangalore. Or rather, I can say our company is the place of supply. Yes, where the stocks are being supplied, which is in Bangalore, nothing but Karnataka. Right? Now, here, and what is Pillai Traders? Supplier. And where is the location of the supplier? It is in Chennai, which means Chennai again is in Tamil Nadu, which means here what? My company is situated in Bangalore, Karnataka, whereas Pillai Traders is situated in Chennai. Now, what is this place of supply location of the supplier? Now, supplier of the stock is Pillai Traders, and Pillai Traders is supplying the Logitech printers from Chennai. So, which means the location of the supplier. Where is the supplier situated? Where is he located? He is located or situated in Chennai. Chennai is in Tamil Nadu. And to where is the stocks are being supplied? It is to our company. Our company is in Bangalore and in Karnataka, correct? So Bangalore and Karnataka, so which means the stocks are moving from Tamil Nadu to Chennai, which means the location of the supplier and the place of supply are different. They are not the same. So it is moving from Chennai to Bangalore. Okay, which means, as I told, both don't belong to the same state, both belong to two different states. Is that clear? So it is an interstate inward supply. Is that clear? So the same we have to base. Now it is an interstate inward supply. What is the GST applicable? It is IGST, that is integrated goods and services tax. So IGST stands for integrated goods and services tax. Yes. So this is the way it happens. Is that fine? Goods and service tax. Now let's go and pass the entries. Now here we have for Pillai traders, purchase 5 Logitech printers at 15,000 per number from Pillai traders, and the tax is 18% GST. So what we have to do is we have to go back to the tally screen to the purchase voucher and put the supplier invoice number as 004. Now date, press enter. So it'll come to the party account name. Please be very careful when you're, especially when you're passing the entries. Okay, stage by stage, you have to be very clear with this, because any one mistake can cost you the entire transaction, especially when you're doing with the statutory based information here with GST. Is it clear? So make sure whatever steps you're taking, please go very carefully and slowly, right? So here, party account name we have to give as Pillai Traders, right? So we have to create the party ledger. So we have to select the create option and create a ledger in the name of Pillai Traders. Under sundry creditors, maintain balances bill by bill as yes. Yes, and please here do stop. Name under mailing details, you have name Pillai Traders, and don't forget to change the name of the state. If you leave here as Karnataka and if you try to give IGST, Tally would not accept the voucher. It will give a caution message. So make sure it is changed from Karnataka to Tamil Nadu. Yes. So you have to make all necessary changes here. Please change the state to Tamil Nadu for Pillai traders. Don't leave it as Karnataka itself. Once you change it to Tamil Nadu, then everything else is done. Press OK here, accept yes. Here Control A. Yeah. Now you have purchase ledger. So here you have to choose purchase account and you get the tax classification details, and over here space bar. Now what I told that time that we have to choose here. See here I'm highlighting it again. If it is interstate inward supply, what is the classification to be chosen? It is interstate purchase taxable. Yes. So you have to choose interstate purchase taxable. Yes. You've got the option here. It is interstate purchase taxable. Press enter. Yes. So now we'll come back to the purchase voucher screen. I hope all of you have got the selection here. Now item space bar. Now what has been purchased? Logitech printers. So select Logitech printers here. Press space bar, press enter. Yes, you get the item allocation screen and select the go down. Quantity, of course, it is how many Logitech printers are being purchased. It is 5 Logitech printers at 15,000 per number. 5 is the quantity, 15,000 per number, and no discount is being given by Pillai Traders. So discount column is blank. Pillai Traders is not offering any discount on the purchase. Okay, so discount is nil. So press enter. Enter. So you get 75,000 as the gross amount. Press enter. Come back to the main screen. Now, as I told, you have to press two enters here. 1 and 2. Yes. Now here we have to create a ledger as in the name of IGST, that is Integrated Goods and Services Tax. So for that you have to press the space bar. Once you press the space bar, you have the create option here. Select the create option, and here you have to create a ledger as IGST. Yeah, so IGST under the group of duties and taxes, type of duty GST, integrated tax. Yes. So now let the other features remain the same. Rounding method not applicable. Accept. Okay. So now you get the IGST of 13,500. I hope all of you have got this. Press enter. Enter. Give it as no. Type of reference, you can give it as new reference. Name, of course, is Pillai Traders. And due date. Now here, Pillai Traders would allow a credit period of 7 days. Okay, a week's time. 7 days. So I just type 7 there. I press enter. 88,500. So I press enter. Yes, being Logitech printers purchased on credit, subject to 18% GST. Okay, so being Logitech printers purchased on credit, subject to 18% GST. So make sure you type the narration and pass the entry. Accept, yes. Yes, we go for the next one. Purchased Dell computers at 20,000 per number from Vincent Electronics. Now, Vincent Electronics is in Pune. Sorry, with GST at 18%. Yeah. So here we have a purchase of Dell from Vincent Electronics. Now, before that, let me discuss a new topic actually, which is GRN, that is Goods Receipt Note. Uh, are all there, right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. So here we have the okay. So here, if you observe, we have a GRN here, the goods receipt note.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma.
Ma'am, are you sharing anything? Your screen?
The screen is not visible.
For me, it is not visible. So,
Okay, wait.
Ma'am, the screen is not visible, ma'am.
Now it's visible, ma. Now
yes,
is it
ma'am.
visible?
Now we can see the participants. Yes, ma'am, we can see.
Okay, okay, done. So now, so here we have the receipt note details here. If you observe, okay, I think we have a small net issue. Fine, fine, fine. I'll do one thing. Let me download this image. Because this is a part of your entry, I can say. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Now here, if you observe, it is little blur, but yes. So here, if you observe, it is called as a material receipt note, or it is a goods receipt note, GRN we say. Now this is actually will give you the description details of the stock items. Now what we have done, or let me give a clearer picture for you. Just a moment. I think this is blur. I think this would be sufficient. I think. Yes. Right. So I hope all of you have got this clarity. Yeah. So here you see the GRN, right? The goods receipt note. Now here we have the supplier, the details, the order number, date, delivery location, advice note number, cost center, and at the bottom you have goods, pack size, price, order quantity, delivered quantity, comments. At the bottom you have received by and checked by. Now, when is this note is being received is whenever the stocks is being supplied by the supplier to the business. Let's say I am receiving the stocks of Logitech printers, Dell computers. So when I have received the stock, okay, I would have had a document, okay, which is received by me, that is GRN, the goods receipt note. This GRN is issued before the bill is raised. Okay, yes. Only after GRN is issued, then the bill would be raised in the name of the company, and then it would be issued. So before that, we have the GRN. That is, it is a documentation for the documentary proof or evidence for the receipt of stock by the business. Okay, so here we have the name of the supplier. Now here we have right now. If you take this example, we are now with the second example which we are doing, that purchased 8 Dell computers from Vincent Electronics, Pune, right? So what happens is the supplier will be Vincent Electronics. Date is when he has delivered the stock to my company. Let's say today he has supplied the stock to my company. That date has to be given there. Advice note number in case of any advices, like I want this kind of a description of goods. So if, in case if that consists a number, that number can be given. This is optional, advice note number.
Excuse me, ma'am. The screen is not visible. Is it only for me?
Is my voice audible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thanks, ma'am. So there's a small technical issue here. It was suddenly gone. Right. So, and I hope my screen is visible to all of you, right? I think
Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
done. So we'll continue where we had stopped. Right. So I was discussing about the GRN here. Okay. So I was talking about the GRN, and yeah, of course we are passing the vouchers. Yeah. So I've put up the screen here. Well, let me repeat it. Now we are at the purchase voucher. So here, a supplier invoice number will give us 005. Okay, and party we have to create. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll create it Vincent Electronics. So we'll create Vincent Electronics under the group of sundry creditors. Bill by bill, yes. Now here, make sure you change the name of the state to which state? Pune, Maharashtra. Yes. So make sure you change it to Maharashtra from Karnataka, because Karnataka will appear by default. Okay, so you have to change. Make sure change the name of the state to Maharashtra, since Vincent Electronics is situated in Pune. Okay, so now what do you do is pin code address details. You can update it for the location of the supplier. Now here, now we will go for the actual updation of the invoice. Okay, where we are going to update the complete detail. As of now, we have passed the purchase based entries. With these details, how an invoice would look. Now here we have the GST in format, right? GST IN, where GST in stands for Goods and Service Tax Identification Number. So what is the GST in stands for? It is Goods and Service Tax Identification Number. Now this GST in has how many digits, how many characters, and how is it defined, by the way? Very interesting to know about this is this GST in is a 15 digit PAN based alphanumeric character. Okay, and how does it look like? And I think most of you would be evident now, would have seen actually. Whenever you go to any restaurant or any mall or any whichever place, it will be displayed in front of the premises, right? 29 GST in the format 20. The starting number would be like this: 29, followed by a few alphabets, few numbers. Yeah, this 29 is nothing but the state code. Karnataka state code is 29. That is why you it's where whichever establishment you see, whichever mall you see, the GST code, first it will start with 29, because 29 is Karnataka state code, followed by the state code for Karnataka. You have the PAN number of the entity. Okay, so how does the PAN number represent? It is 5 alphabets, 4 numbers, 1 alphabet. Okay, so I'll take 5 alpha, 4 numbers, 1 alpha. Okay, after that you have 3 characters which are a mix of both. Either we'll have 2 alphabets, 1 number, or 2 numbers, 1 alphabet. So anything would work like this. So this is the way we see the GST in registration number, somewhat like this in this format. Okay, but this is the exact way of defining the GST in number of any entity or any supplier. 29 is the state code, followed by 10 digits. You have your 5 alphabets, 4 numbers, and 1 alphabet. This is the PAN number of the supplier, PAN number of the entity. The last three characters, what you're seeing here, is actually the rectification and the verification code for every entity, every supplier which is being given. The verification and the rectification codes. So I repeat again, 29 is the state code. Then the next 10 characters is the PAN number of the entity of the supplier. The last three are the rectification and the verification codes. Okay. So it is totally how many digits? It is 15 digits code. 15 digit PAN based alphanumeric character. Right? It's a mix of both. Alpha numeric character. Yes. 15-digit PAN based alphanumeric character, right? So the same we can put up even in the tally too. In the now Vincent Electronics is one of the suppliers for my company, right? So we can put up the GST in number of Vincent Electronics. Now here, since Vincent Electronics is situated in Maharashtra, he is not of Karnataka. Okay, so we have to put up the Maharashtra's code because 29 is of Karnataka. So what is the Maharashtra's code? Let's check here. It is 27. Okay, so we'll put up 27 here. 27 followed by any five alphabets you type, four numbers, one alphabet, and then two numbers, one alphabet. I'll repeat again, 27 followed by five alphabets, any five alphabets you choose, four numbers, then one alphabet, and last three can be two numbers, one alphabet, or one alphabet, two numbers. Once you give the GST in, press enter, it will show like this, a warning message that the GST in is invalid or contains special characters. Enter the GST in manually and try again. Why? Because it is very evident that whatever GST in number, what I've entered is not a real number because it is just for the session sake I've entered it. Here we have to enter the real and the proper GST in number. This is just for the sake of the class. For the course, we are putting it up. That's it. So press enter. Now here we have set or alter GST details. Make it as yes. Press enter. You get the GST details screen here, and there is nothing to work here. You just need to press enter. Everything is set. The details are set here. So just press enter. Nothing to change here. Accept yes. Yeah, so here you have the receipt details screen. Yes, yes, this is what I was discussing about. This is nothing but your GRN details. What we have to update where here in the receipt details. Your receipt details are nothing but the GRN receipt, the GRN details. Okay, so here we have the receipt note number. What you have seen here, right? The receipt note number, GRN number. Okay, that you have that has to be given here. So you just give it as 001. Receipt document number 1 you can give. Now how it is dispatched? Now I am ordering. I have placed an order for the purchase of what? Dell computers, 8 Dell computers, right? So how are they being dispatched? Which vehicle? So here I would give as Tempo 1. Press enter. Now, where is the destination? Where is the place of supply? Location of supplier is in Maharashtra. Where is the place of supply? It is Karnataka, Bangalore, Karnataka, right? So you can choose as Bangalore. You can also give an area wise also. Bangalore. Carrier name or the agent. through which transporter the stocks are being supplied. Now we have logistics, right? So many are there. Or the transporters like Kiran transporters or Shakti transporters, any transportation vehicle or the agency. So here I will choose as Kiran transporters. Okay. Now, bill of lading actually is given for the cargo or shipment. Through that, if the goods are being dispatched, it is being given. And LR, of course, if the goods are dispatched by road through a lorry receipt. RR is by goods train, railway receipt. In case if the goods are being traveled or delivered by any of these modes, that particular document number and the date of the document has to be given. Otherwise, if it is by tempo van or any other by road vehicles, we can give the motor vehicle number. So here I give the motor vehicle number of tempo van. Yeah, so here are given as K05JJ7865. Press enter. Yeah, so here we have the Vincent Electronics. Here I think one, give me a second. You have to give it as MH. Destination is Bangalore. It is reaching Bangalore because I've made a purchase from Vincent Electronics. Motor vehicle number of Kiran Transporters because from Pune it is moving to Bangalore. So we'll give the Pune's vehicle. We'll not give the Bangalore's vehicle here. And here you have to give the Vincent Electronics address. Here I'll give the short address. Purchase account and classification. What you have to choose here is interstate purchase taxable. Okay, as I've told you, it is an interstate. From Pune the stocks are being purchased, so you have to choose interstate purchase taxable. Press enter. And yes, so here space bar. Now what is being purchased? Dell computers. Select the stock item as Dell. Go down, of course, you can select the same go down which you had purchased selected earlier for Dell. Quantity. So how many are being purchased? It is 8 Dell computers at 20,000 per number. So it is 8 pieces at 20,000 per number. So type 8 in the quantity column and rate as 20. No discount is being offered by Vincent Electronics. So enter. Now you have to give the IGST. So you have to press two enters here, 1 and 2, and here you have to give IGST. So the tax would amount to 28,800, and of course provide GST details. EVB detail, you can give it as no because as I told, the EVB concept would be explained to you first, and then I'll put up the details over here how it has to go about. So you can give it as no. Enter, and of course new reference you can choose Vincent Electronics. The due date. Now Vincent Electronics allows a credit period of 15 days. So you can select as 15 days and type the narration as being Dell computers purchased on credit. Okay, being Dell computers purchased on credit, and you can pass the entry. So pass the necessary entry.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Hmm.
Ma'am, why are we passing down so much of details, ma'am?
In the sense, the receipt details and the rest you're talking of.
Yes, ma'am, because for the previous one, we didn't do anything of such.
No, actually, why this is being given to you is now the receipt details. Why I have shown you to fill up is how to give the GRN details over there. Now, so far we have, because starting, by the start, if you pass the purchase voucher with all the details, probably you would have a heavy flow session. So now you're coming on track with the purchase vouchers. So with the receipt, the GRN details, how can we get a draft an invoice? Now, tax invoice, all of you would have seen, right? How it appears. So, how can we get in the Tally software is what I'm teaching you now, with certain small additions. That's all. Rest of all remains the same. But this is how we take off if we have to get the proper invoice in Tally. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so please pass the entry. Okay, accept, yes. So please make sure that whatever entries are being done so far, it's clear. Of course, whatever doubts you're having, whatever discussions are to be made, we will make up in the next session. So, but make sure whatever entries you have done so far, please repeat it. Please make it up again, so that by the next session you can clear up your doubts or any clarifications you have. Okay. So we'll end up today's session when we'll carry out the remaining purchase vouchers in the next class. Okay. Thank you all.